I was born into a swimming family that dates back generations. My father was a successful swimmer. He competed in 3 Olympic Games and medaled in each of those Olympic Games. My mother was a nationally ranked swimmer. My maternal grandfather was the fastest swimmer in the world after World War II. His son, my maternal uncle, was on the 1976 Olympic team with my father. I competed in Atlanta that was training for the next Olympics in Sydney. That I started to experience the classic symptoms of diabetes. With this diagnosis, I was told, and it was the first question that I could muster, how is this going to affect my swimming career, that it would be the end of my swimming career, in no uncertain terms. I was working with an endocrinologist and a diabetes nurse educator and talking through this stuff with them and writing the playbook, because it had never been done before. And so we didn't know if it was possible, but we did know that I had to manage diabetes perfectly. The Dirty Dozen were 13 swimmers, actually, and we were outcasts. All very talented swimmers, all Olympic caliber swimmers. We wanted the best of the best. This was a period of innovation where we really had to examine the existing training methods in terms of strength training, sports psychology, also what we were doing in terms of nutrition and how we were fueling ourselves, how we were recovering from these training. I ended up proving the doctors wrong. I became the first person with type 1 diabetes to compete and medal in the Olympic Games, and in large part because of this relentless pursuit to better understand nutrition and human performance. I competed in the 50-meter freestyle. That event determines the world's fastest swimmer. Now, a lot of people are gonna probably cock an eyebrow when I say this, but Michael Phelps wasn't good enough to compete in the 50 freestyle. This is a guy that swam everything and inarguably the greatest of all time. Michael Phelps is the greatest swimmer to have ever swum. He wasn't fast enough to compete in the 50 freestyle. It has to be perfect race. There's no room for error. The margins are so small. 1/100th of a second is the cumulative margin of victory for 2 Olympic gold medals that I have in 2 Olympic Games. It's the small things that matter, and everyone is looking for an advantage. Everyone is looking for an edge. So platinum performance was one of the things that we used to gain that advantage. I had won 4 Olympic medals prior to my diagnosis of type 1 diabetes. I won 6 Olympic medals after the diagnosis and discovered new territory that was once thought to be impossible. And the medals themselves are souvenirs of a journey.
Is Gary Hall gonna get it done? And he is! Hall with a gold for the 2nd straight Olympics!
But the ultimate, more rewarding accomplishment out of that achievement is making a diabetes diagnosis a little bit less scary for a kid and their family. That's an achievement. In life, we choose our causes, and sometimes our causes choose us. I have the same determination in this pursuit that I did in swimming.